Setting up flashlights for photographers to catch every details of a scene is sometimes a challenge. So this research aims at helping the photographer to catch every details and have more flexibilities in features of lights. There are three related works. First one is computational lighting design. This workflow is about taking building blocks and combine them. This method only focuses on a single object. Most of the features are automatic, which limits the features that allows for the users. Single image lighting editing. This method are similar and limited to a specific effect. The last one is 3D lighting design. This method deals with different direction with full access in geometric description of the scene and light. The second part is motivation and approach. Objective is to provide a compelling environment for the scene. There are three objectives of photographic lighting. Discrete reasoning. For photographer, lighting is a combination of a few standard configuration. For example, the key light illuminates the main subject and fill light is aimed at shadows to control how dark is the shadow. This match to their approach, basis lights. The second one is curves and lines. Curves and lines is about illumination to highlight shadows and falls on one side. The last one, light quality. Light is the main thing in photography. Shadows that are sometimes too dark, that tend to distract an object from the scene. In this objective, they offer fill light to control the darkness of shadow and to adjust the highlight. To their approach, they approach four things. The input photos, use all the input photos and assume that the input set of the images is white balanced. For this data set, they took all the images by themselves. Basis lights, each of these lights, they formulate an energy function to generate the objectives. The modifiers is used to control the standard of the effect light. And the user process, that means the user starts from a base image and then they edit the images using basis lights and modifiers.
Three basis lights. And first is fill light. Fill light is the role of fill light is to provide light to illuminate on the whole image. And second is add light. As concerns the positions designing. Proceeding two steps. First is analyze the input image and combine the mixture coefficient. The third is diffuse color light. It's consider the colorful object. Redesign and energy term gases. And for balancing term only for neutral colors and has lower value gases. Putting these two terms together has realized that the goal is to maximize in the first equation and to minimize in the second equation. Modifier is true that have per object lighting modifier and soft lighting modifier and regional lighting modifier. First, per object lighting modifier as control the spreading of light. Thus, the user can select an object and all we do is we compute pre-red and different color lights. Second is soft lighting modifier. This modifier used to make an effect light akin to ambulance and softbox. This modifier is built in the same relation between light position and image appearance. We use the mixture of the light coefficient without definite recalling light position. Regional lighting modifier. We demonstrate the light adjustment in a region area. Fine grain adjustment can be produced from the per object modifier.
And for the result, this section we will explain the detail in implementation and result of numerous themes. First, implementation. This program used mainly is the C++ and MATLAB. Second is the user interface. User interface is simple interface which the user can see many lighting design and divide the image into the region. When a region is selected, the local light will be enabled. And the third is the discussion and limitation. Novice user can create high quality image, but not all images will look perfect due to the skill of the user. Results. On the left hand side show the average image before compute, and the other hand is the image that passed our process by the novice user that takes around 5 minutes. For the conclusion and future work, new workflow that user take a set of image, the process those set of image into the final image. This will help the user, but later on user has to deal with a lot of image. And photographer can use this function to complete their goal and edit it. Both novice and professional user can show the improvement over the workflow. For the future work, one of the possibilities to come up with a new basis line will help this program is better. And another interesting future work is the developer improvement the interactive system to help user use this program easier. Thank you for your attention.